So, ladies and gentlemen, this lady, originally from South Carolina, you may have seen her on Ohio Valley Wrestling, and you also seen her on Impact Wrestling as well. She is very young, has a very promising future, and I think I told this lady at I think it was the Versailles show doing the Morgan and Morgan tour. I said after the show ended, like this woman gonna be a future OVW Women's Champion one day. That's what I said. That's what I said. So with that being said, I'm joined with the Spark, Jada Stone. Uh, right here, right now. Thank you so much for being on.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. And I love that introduction.
That would be quite fitting, and leaving a spark. You bringing a spark. You bringing um, different energy, which I love. Um,
Yes.
so with that being said, talk about you getting started into wrestling. How did it start off for you?
So it's actually funny because I told this story on another podcast, but actually I didn't even like I have an older brother and I remember one day I was on punishment and then that was the only thing my brother used to watch, so I had to watch wrestling. And then after that, like I fell in love with it. So when I turned 16, I started training and the rest is history.
Was That was an interesting way to getting into wrestling was through that punishment period, and
Literally.
yeah, literally. Um, so you starting wrestling at a young age, in the South Carolina area. What was the training process like for you? Prior to doing shows in person, what was the whole training process like for you?
um So actually get into training, it was like I feel like it was like everything that I wanted because like me first time stepping into a wrestling ring, I was just like, oh my god, this is so cool. I was just like that little kid who just wanted to be in the wrestling ring. And I remember like our first day of training, we did just basic rolls and things, and then our second day of training, we started bumping. And I remember my trainer telling me like, this is the best your body will ever feel, and he was right because I don't think my body has felt as great since I started bumping, but it's all for the business. So, it was pretty easy, but it was what I expected just because I didn't expect it to be easy. So I feel like if you're coming into the business, like don't expect everything to come easy and everything to get handed to you because it will not. You have to work for everything you do. So that's what my journey is on right now.
That is very, very true. Just people handle the training process differently, especially if you are so eager of getting out there performing in front of the crowd. It takes time. It takes months for a lot of people. It takes a lot sooner if you're a quick learner, and you do things the right way, obviously. So you wrestle in your native South Carolina. You made a name for yourself there, and then my introduction to the Spark came was Ohio Valley Wrestling. You are part of a very stacked women's division right now. Obviously, the current champion is Leda Gray. She wanted the title back from Freya at the previous the big one event. Um, so, what led you to Ohio Valley Wrestling?
So actually, OVW had a big women's royal, the first ever women's royal in January. And you all might know her. Her name is Judy Hendricks. She hit me up on Twitter and was like, "Hey, like I've been following you. I think that you would be great for OVW because she was already there." And honestly, from her, and so I came. They liked me, and then they kept bringing me back. So Judy, shout out to Judy. And there's really you can't really have that many friends in this business, but Judy's definitely one person you can trust. So I'm thankful for her because like all the opportunities I've been getting, I would not be getting if like I was never in OVW. So without no.
Miss Savage, not average, Judy Hendricks. I love that woman. I
Love
love Judy. She is very likable. She's a hard worker. She gives it all she can every single time she steps foot in that ring. So you getting the word from her, and then they keep bringing you back a lot often. That's pretty awesome. So you've been working with them for pretty much majority of the year. You've been in some high profile matches as well with some of the women in the division. And I've been seeing you at the OVW Southern Tour, courtesy of Morgan and Morgan. I've been at the Georgetown show. I've been at the Versailles show. Um, I
yeah.
I've been in Lexington. I've been at 3 or 4 shows OVW, and I think the other one was Independence Rage, which was on my birthday, by the way. It was
That,
yeah, so I had to come through for that. I've been friends with a lot of the women in that division. It's a very well-rounded division. Shout out to Maria, the coach. Um,
yes,
she's
Maria.
she is awesome. So talk about getting to work with having getting being with Maria as far as her and her vision for this woman division. What's it like working with Maria?
I love working Maria. Like I literally just call her mom. So like whenever you said Maria, I was like, wait, who's Maria again? Because like that's mom. I feel like a lot of people don't take women's wrestling seriously, but she makes sure we're taken seriously. Like, if I come up with an idea and she's like, "Hey, they won't believe you because this is why," she'll give me the rundown, and then I'll be like, "Yeah, you're right." Because as women, we just want to be taken seriously. Like, we don't like we're not divas anymore. Like, we're the same, and we should be equal to the men. And I feel like Maria is the key definition of that. And I just Maria Maria's just the best. Like just her brain and the way she thinks about wrestling and different creative ways to get into things is just amazing. We love mom.
Shout out to mom. I've known Maria for a very long time. I know her most of her wrestling career. She also competed at the big one against her daughter, which was very
Now,
dramatic storyline. Mom versus daughter. I had a feeling those two was gonna bump heads, and they did.
I mean,
So
Miss
yeah, that
Haley.
was and you've had you had some matches with Haley as a part of that particular storyline, and let's just say unfortunately it involved hair, something
Yeah,
like that. I think you owe her with comeback or revenge at some point. Uh,
we had we had one after she cut my hair, and I was just on her because I was so upset
yeah,
and so angry. And then she literally hit me with the sock of rock. So I'm like, what the heck? Like she's always cheating. So I wish Marie would have beat her a little bit harder that day, but whatever. Haley's okay, I guess.
so, hey, sometimes parents they got when the kid gets cut out of line, you got it. Then that talk ain't working out. It leads to action, and you a fan of wrestling. I'm a fan of wrestling. Sometimes you gotta settle difference in the ring. And it worked. We made it happen. So as I pointed out in that lovely intro, I said this woman is going to be a future OVW Women's Champion. Like when I see you wrestle, girl, you are athletic. You're doing all sorts of moves. I feel like you definitely one of the if not the most athletic woman in that roster, given all the moves you've been able to do. Um, so with that being said, do you have aspirations of being the OVW Women's Champion one day?
Man, I hope so. I just want to get an opportunity to be in the title picture so I can like prove myself. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
Yeah,
I haven't really had a chance to prove myself because I haven't been up to that level in the title picture. But I feel like will the spark will start a little something if she's in the title picture. So I feel like I mean the title look great on me. You know, like just listen to this. The OV Women's Champion, the Spark Jada. So like that just has a good ring to it. I don't know. The title needs some spark. Like we love Layla Gray, but you know, you know, it'll just look a little bit better on me. I just
hey,
want to prove myself, though. I just want to prove that I belong there first because just being a female talent at OVW is just a dream come true. So I'm just proving myself, and hopefully I can work myself up to the top, and then steal that title from Layla.
yeah, yeah. I definitely believe that you definitely show improve in this division. You've wrestled with almost everybody in that division at this point.
Literally, yeah.
You've held your own against everybody. So I definitely believe you definitely should be in consideration for that women's championship. Obviously, it's a matter of when. So we'll see where this division goes. Now that Layla has won back the women's title, but hey, the spark, she's ready. She's been ready. So
I'm ready.
just a matter of the opportunity being presented. So let's talk about the Spark nickname. I want to know the story behind that. Where did it came from? Your South Carolina days? Was it a OVW thing? Like where did the Spark nickname came from?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So the spark actually came from when I was training. Like I've had this nickname from even before I debuted and started wrestling, like in the indie scenes. Um, but I've always known that I feel like I'm different from these other women, and I feel like I bring something different. So like when I move in the ring, like I don't move how a normal female would in a ring. I feel like I'm fast, I'm fiery, I'm flipping off the ropes, in the ropes, in the ring. Like I'm just always on the go, and I feel like that's just something that a lot of females don't have. And I also wanted a nickname that nobody has. So like we have queens, we have princesses, we have the boss, we have the role model, we have, you know, all these nicknames. And I was like, okay, what defines me? Like what will put me over as a character? And I was like, the spark. The spark. Because nobody, literally nobody, AEW, Impact, freaking ROH, WWE, like nobody has the Spark nickname. And I was like, yep, I'm taking that. Like that, it literally just fits me. So it took a lot of thinking though. Like I was literally writing down what I wanted my name to be, what I wanted my character to be, how I wanted my character to act. It was like a lot of creativity that went into the Spark character. But I feel like I'm glad I picked that out because a lot of people see why I picked the Spark character, and most of them only see me wrestle one time, and that's the goal. Like you should be able to tell, like, okay, she fits her nickname, she fits her character, she moves like the Spark in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you have a nickname that nobody really understands, it's hard for you to keep getting fans. And I feel like that's why I've been so good so far is because people can relate to me, and I'm just motivational. Like my my slogan is believe in your spark, and I feel like everybody can believe in that because if life is hard and you got to keep pushing, and if you're that spark from somebody, somebody's gonna be that spark for you. You know what I'm saying? Like so, it's more so like inspirational. You know.
Yeah, it definitely is. The moment that I seen you, I was all in. Like I believe in the spark. I believe in her talent. I believe in
Yay!
the athletic. As I put it out already, the athleticism. You're doing all sorts of moves, and it's like, man, this woman is special. The LVW got something with this lady from South Carolina. Like
Yeah.
these other competitors in this woman division, man, they need to know. what the sport can bring to this division. So I'm very happy that you've been a regular at OVW at this point, and I look forward to seeing you grow and evolve there. And quite honestly, you can get it at least get one shot at the women's title. I mean,
At least,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, just one shot. I'm probably gonna talk to Maria about that because I know her, so we'll see. She's probably gonna be like, nah, but we'll see. um, so let's talk about the Impact Wrestling experience. You was there for the recent TV tapings, which was part of Killer Kelly's debut that particular weekend. What was it like being part of the Impact TV tapings, also alongside with fellow OVW wrestler Tiffany Nevius? What was it like being part of Impact Wrestling that weekend?
Um, so it was cool. Like the experience was cool, and that was my first time actually like being on a bigger scene than like other than like OVW or whatever. So I was nervous. I was like a little, little fangirl inside, and I was like, okay, but hey, like I'm here. I need to prove why I should be here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm new in the business, so I feel like a lot of people are like, "Hey, she's new," da 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 da, and I'm like, "Hey, like I am new, but here's why you should start following me. Here's what you need to know about the spark." You know what I'm saying? Um, but it was just cool. Like all the girls were cool too. It was just nice to see like what's next for me because like after OVW, it's like that's what I want. Like I want to be on a bigger platform, like Impact or AEW. Obviously WWE, but like especially Impact or AEW. But it was cool to do it with Tiffany too. I mean, we got close with OVW, so I feel like it was good to take on a mission with her because we were both nervous and we both never really done anything else outside of OVW. So it was a cool experience for both.
Yeah, it's
Definitely blessed. Definitely blessed.
yeah, absolutely. So it definitely felt good to see you there. And so at least people outside of OVW know who you are and what you can bring. I'm pretty sure you what OVW. I mean, Impact is coming back in November, and I'm pretty sure Kelly is going to be back there too. I got
I
a
mean,
feeling you two gonna be crossing paths again because I think you owe her something that would
I
happen.
owe her because I
Yeah.
already lost the match to Tiffany, and then she literally came and attacked me for no reason. So we definitely have beef. But I got it's okay. I got her. It's fine.
So obviously people can check you out at OVW on Thursdays at the Davis Arena and check out you can see it in person or you can see it on Fight.tv for free. They've got the Saturday night specials. They got the all the scheduling details at ovwrestling.com. I think they got the Redemption show coming up. That's going to be televised as well. So I know James Storm's going to be there. He's the national champion and he's the heavyweight champion as well. So I guess you can call him Cowboy Two Belts or Storm Two Belts or whatever phrase you can go with that. And I'm pretty sure Jada's going to be there too. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So, so outside of OVW, you got any upcoming shows outside, other than OVW, or are you fully focused with OVW? What's next for you, at least outside of OVW per se?
Yeah. So I have a couple of um bookings coming up. Like I'm out in Tennessee, and then I actually got some South Carolina shows and North Carolina shows coming up. But if you just follow me on my social media, like I post like probably like a week in advance so you can see where I'm at. I'm also always at OVW, but just I'm all over the place because I'm trying to get my name out all over the place. So just catch me when I'm in a town near you, and you'll see why everybody believes in their spark.
Believe in the spark indeed. Check her out on the social media, Facebook, Twitter, Jada Stone. Go check her out. She's on to some awesome things. I want to thank you, Jada, for having this interview this evening. Great to chat with you at the shows as always. And I'll see you. If I don't see you between now and in these next couple of months, maybe we'll see each other again. Dare I say, at the Impact tapings, perhaps. So
Period.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm always,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll see each other at some point again. I'll definitely, because there's some people that I want to see that I've yet to see in person. So, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be making my way to a future OVW show. So check it out, ovwrestling.com. All the details, upcoming shows, and I think they got some shows coming up at Louisville. Um,
Yeah.
I think that's the last show. They're going to be at the Gaslight Festival at Third Turn Brewing on September 16th and the 17th. So you get three chances at OVW next week. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, all at Louisville. So go check it out if you're in the Louisville area. Great chatting with you, Jada, and I'll talk to you soon.